If it's daily accountability, right? We have a sheet. It's the same sheet you have or similar. You have the Excel version of the sheet that we have. And daily they are, and Stacy can even send out the one that is the CTE. I think she did already. I think you posted that one. Yeah. So it matches CTE and they just track their activities in CTE. And so I don't know what the fight is. Is the fight that they don't want to track their activities at all during the day, or they don't want to enter them? It takes probably less than a minute to enter the data every day. Like what's the fight?
They're not putting it into CTE.
And that takes, so Scott, I think you call a team meeting. If you're still prospecting, you better be leading by example here. You start the team meeting. Guys, let me show you how long it takes to transfer your data from your tracker into CTE, and time yourself. And if it takes a minute and 12 seconds, I'd be surprised. And if they're fighting with you on less than 10 minutes of work a day, they're just not doing the work to begin with. So it's not the tracking. I guarantee it's not the tracking. They're not doing the work. And then the question is, do you blow up the team or do you top grade? You top grade. And you just got to be recruiting people that really, truly understand that this is a job. It's not real estate. They're not hired to show homes and to be a real estate agent. They're hired to be prospecting. And I think it's clearer standards and a clearer set of accountabilities, just accountability standards. Because if you think of how crazy that is, it's 2 minutes tops, 5 days a week, even 7 days a week. It's less than 15 minutes that they're fighting with you. I mean, if I was doing the activities and I was crushing it, I'd have no problem putting them into the tracker. Is that helpful? Is it more of a management leadership issue where the standards aren't there and there's no consequences? It's a really good book, Parenting with Love and Logic. I recommend to everybody. Parenting with Love and Logic, and it has nothing to do with real estate. It has to do with parenting. But your agents are pretty much like kids, and it's a really good analogy. If you have kids, it's even better because it's like a double hit. But I had a coach, not in real estate, encouraged me to read it, and it was really, really interesting because I was frustrated. I was always frustrated with things out of my control, and it was always my agents. And I was just always, and it was just clear to her that, I just didn't have any standards or consequences. And when, like with your kids, if you just encourage them to not, do the thing that you didn't want them to do, and there were no consequences, I promise you they would keep doing it. And so in some way, Scott, and I don't know the inner workings of it, but they could, you're not going to be successful at a high level if you're not tracking. That's just the reality of it. Look at any high performer in any industry, and they know their numbers. They know where they're spending their time. And it's more a conversation around that. And you'll see if people want to step into that or if they aren't going to step into that. But it's no more than that.